MCI Yeboah when braha once a mensa so muwa nyamaja no meyo center me go fi meyo basabasa wo se wagimi oba wo nya fe oba jimi hwa wo ka de amribu ni be Shatta Wale.
Welcome once again, Ebusian for your sign so Eshe. So currently MCI Yeboah or Jin Woto on the internet. No so and one that had fan a friend on Labiano Edin Sembia Betuja at the MCI Yeboah. Currently on United Showbiz MCI Yeboah Ababeki can send be the fastest Efia any Efia don when I need some no Becky can no and shed down ko yesa amount for Abekasa. Actually, most of margin concerning the story, midi be Bramunize all about Sista Efia and industry machine. Make also a new view our platform way so now subscribe to your channel where I'll be subscribe or be like it. Share what you want your comments in the movie share video no my browse sister and now what down for be into me and shebi. So without Magileno, let's get into the story. Senya Mekaya no die hard fan the Ababe fire. But before we get into the die-hard fan, need some more debate to Yano. Yinti and Sembi Okosu when say MCI Yeboah United Showbiz no or pass comments the 5 year old home. A pass comments be at the fascist Efia and if you're done when I busia comment or pass 5 year old home say or chichi mo if you're done who in effect. Ebusia sa se boya MCI Yeboah kayano. No who ya me wan kakra no who ya me sre wan fa bi kakra na odi yentie na ehwe sa video no enfamra.
Some of the comments go as far as being very disrespectful because senya na nkamedi kan Efia odo may think she's beautiful but onye the standard of beauty no matter how beautiful and na make no enti wo no wa adwen mu na ya wo se ho ofenti obi a wo feel say wo hu say no ho offend, two friend say no ho offend. You don't do that.
Oh, A plus man.
No, there's a lot wrong with it.
Me can say onu Efia odo. Sister Efia ho yen ne fe.
E be say no so na me person be say onu Efia odo no onye the standard of beauty. Yen ka say e ma wo mo say Efia odo nkwa na mo efe because no matter how pretty she thinks she is no obi hu na ho offend. Sa na me person me kire. Obi hu na ho offend. So all that bullying of calling somebody ugly and that's in a suncha because you are not the standard of beauty. Cry. What and I make and some agent I make who get the standard of beauty now.
Inside of force any amuhu video no or can we no announce ho Afia na no ba be digest more on Sista Efia any Efia odo omo beefa and in social media and nam so ama Sista Efia dropping titled industry machine. In fact, and the waki kanaji was annumu ediama Efia odo. Now, according to MCI Yeboah, okay, can't send be or chichim say, a quanya Sista Efia, a fast year no one ye. There are standards be our uncle meaty. Nebusia, in name him say when it comes to beef is something different altogether. MCI Yeboah didn't send to Jawa Hanaudie, yentie in somebody to Ja and Famra.
To the issue, which is the beef here, Kosi. Efia odo obi control Sista Efia post as say, is that Efia odo because I don't disrespect me like that, which is actually a very disrespectful comment because that's what person just say onipa no onye obi ye wasi ye de wo esusu nimpo. What you say? Na Sista Efia reply or the my I know say ye nina ye beka say oh yeah showbiz is good for the culture then and I understand perfectly baby Sista Efia Efriba metenase so person no so defending ho e say I can withstand anything that I understand but the minimum say oh say we ask in every civil society no we assess people based on their contribution on the society are valuable. Sista Efia yes say obe reply Efia odo no na nka me expect to say this is a fellow colleague onu so wo industry nim onu so traskits onu so bonyum and so many other things away until I was expecting say in retaliation to their waka afa ho no wo be call booth to go and record the song no it should have been about onipane contribution or dema whether the industry or the country at large. But you see what makes me very disappointed in Sista Efia is going to the studio to record a whole song to call another woman a prostitute.
Industry machine
Of course, yes. Utie nyum na, but say me metie nyum no. Utie nyum na, that's basically what she
or you
means.
plain words, sir.
Or you so plain words say a shower no be job. She said a whole lot. Anka bi anyum no ye boy anka, you know.
They be a sense me mo.
And no na me biggest disappointment because se wo pese wo ni obi ko banter on things like this. Talk about things you can justify. Because contribution na onipan edema society, these contributions, no, it can be measured, it can be justified. Example, ebi a woman hate say me born nyum say. Aha na edi mi kodu ye. Numbers we na nyum we di ebre me say ni say. Wo bo wo nyum kodu. These are things we can justify. Ye betu me a measure. Actually said the awoka no eye no kre. But to go as far as say this person is that and that and that, if you are asked to justify, how do you justify such claims? Number one, so even if you claim you know the people that you claim have sebi woma fano na dia and so omukra pene say womu be dia dance so oma fana, do they have video evidence? They don't. And even if they have a video evidence, now say the said person now ubo ni didn't say those evidences are doctored. How do you justify it? And you see, it's a really big deal reason. Recently, Sakodie Yvonne Nelson. Beef yeah by Sakodie eko recording nyum frey Yvonne Nelson, you know, yenim what she said. Look at the number of women movements, women empowerment, women that almost original against that. Even recently, you announced Sakodie saw performing at the Olympics. Why? A group of people wrote a letter claiming says Sakodie MP massive or ye woman abuser, no fre or baby sebe edwamai say or kofre kobrofo say. What I'm trying to say is that as women in this industry, you know, we don't have to do that to ourselves, because when we do that, people and even these men that we claim we are competing with will never take us serious. Sebe untumi ntina baby mfre wo yonko ba say or ye tutu ni or ye say na wo wi ana obe maybe na call boot and no record this anyum ne ma or no Sister Efia na, you will see the number of women that will rise up against that thing and debunk it. So why is it that when a woman is doing, we cannot talk against it? I am ya say it was a kobo show, but medini hu ya bebre. And there's so many calls that I've got from people that actually love her, that are expressing their disappointment in her doing that. Nobody is saying don't beef. Nobody is saying don't defend yourself or don't retaliate. But to go as far as recording a whole song to tag somebody as a prostitute and all of that is way below the belt. It's way below the belt. In my humble opinion, me dear, Anka, the honorable thing for her to do is to recall that song. In my humble opinion, my Jane Ameche.
Okay.
Because I feel say, so to me, yes, sir, ebeyensen na ho, ama yakai say, emrebi e chemu, lady be our boss or ye say ni say a society kaseti or chi sign. Men can say because enyefe, enya dear was here so. Sebema de your ba ni ebejina kasa says the enti no ba de your ba yen to me en kasentia. I don't see the sense in what to do. Now, person me busan one question say, "A dear nema wo kase obi a prostitute." The fact that I date person A and it doesn't work out, I move on from person A to person B. It doesn't work out, I move on from person B to person C. Is that what makes you think I'm a prostitute? Because that is the natural phenomenon we all go through to find our husbands. It's the natural phenomenon we all go through to procreate the next generation. So how then do you base away on somebody being with 1, 2, 3 people and calling the person a prostitute? For me, I think say it's way below the belt. But so betria sanya ebeboa on train sign, so I think say ono ankasana, you know, or one a choice of be making.
Fifi.
Inti adofo senya muhu video no MCI Yeboah be kasa wa che na dwen e wo this side. But no kray am yenim. I disagree with her. Even though say on the show no anodbe du mu ni na ba be che o madwen concerning it and anodbe du ka say the way MCI Yeboah kasa no or kasa like somebody or shallow minded in the industry. One thing about beef, the little thing I know about beef is so be punch harder. You should punch harder. This is something happening on the internet. It began with tweets. And Sista Efia, decided yes or babe dropping no. And in that song, no, she decided to punch harder. What's wrong with it? And MCI Baba and a moral lessons, and I always say, oh yeah, industry machine, then, all what you are saying, say, and oh yeah, Shawoni are according to MTI Yeboah. She's trying to pay herself on media, Charlie. She only more than Sister Efia what she was doing. Ebusia, same way, no. I don't see the sense in it there. Because when it comes to beef on a standard, there. Yɛmfa no mfa nto nkyɛn na ɛmma mbɛtie warning a Labiano in fact waba bɛfire MCI Yeboah ɛnyɛ fidi agorɔ sɛ ɛbɛkae some time ago MCI Yeboah aba bɛka bibi fa Shatta Wale ɛna Labiano aba bɛ responde a hit back at MCI Yeboah yɛnhwɛ video no ɛfa
MCI Yeboah wɛ bra once me nsa so mu wɔ nya mɛgya no mɛyɛ wo sentama go fi mɛyɛ wo basabasa wo se wagimi oba wo nya fɛ oba jimi hwɛ wo ka de amri bu ni bɛyɛ Shatta Wale hwɛ
Shatta Wale, you which school you go? Who are dreaming pan and out team? Shatta Wale, not saben pan ya on the
Shatta Wale bribi oba kwasi ampani we abetina radio station TV station and di be matem di Shatta Wale atem and now you are just a month ago or some bonti me di Shatta Wale atem so ntimi odun figa na nkotogo kwasi abasa no ana wuti yuti dia wo mu di uchaka na oba no kura nya kwa me prase ba abuwa biba ewura mabu oba frɛ na se Canada no oba frɛ usugara na se Canada na relationship kro ntimi pronounce o se relationship abuwa wuti UTV TV station one ma na wo se wo na wonim grammar kase ka yenya wo na kabrofo na fadi di nipa ta wo nya waye wani mu basa se nkukɔ pesum abuwa bi ni ba no MCI wo nya fɛ kura wo wani mu basa se meto ho ni amani ma ya mesi adobri tantantan na wani mu tse meto ho ene na wo nya fɛ kura akwasia bi ba kantram sa ada na medi na tam mo jimi obi fa no kwasia ko mo bi ma no wo mo jimi a mo kwa kantra ni amaya no MCI Yeboah meya basa ma o social media on sisu bi ma sha si abuwa bi ni ba obi fa no kwasia ko
Instead of sending a muhu video, no, this is what is currently happening. One thing I can say is, so be I didn't win in July, you can come and say some. But say, they want to do something that will pain you. Say now, MCI Yeboah can't need your chichim if you're done who in Efia. Who person chase or who fetching if you're done. Like, I don't get it. But all the same, no. But me who will share video, no, so I didn't share your comments anymore. Subscribe, like it, now share video, no, for more updates.